Let's take a call now from Frank. Good evening, Frank.
All right, Alistair.
I am indeed. It was much better against Leeds, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. Great.
What points have you got for us tonight?
Well, you know, this Marinelli, when's he going to be on the suspension? Give him a chance.
Well, I gather in the home game against Coventry, he would have appeared on the substitutes bench, but unfortunately he picked up an ankle knock in training, so he missed out then. I mean, clearly, Frank, you want to see him as quickly as possible, do you? Yeah,
I like to see him come on the pitch.
Where's he going to play, Frank?
Well, the way we're attacking, I mean, he's supposed to be so good, you know. I mean, he looks a good player. What I've seen of him on reserves. I mean, give him a go, you know.
But where would you play him? Would you play him in the midfield, or would you play him up front?
I think the midfield, or maybe up front, because we haven't got, you know, like Dean's out in there at the moment.
Again, I think if you play Marinelli in that midfield area, I don't think he's got the defensive qualities.
So what you were talking about really is you're saying that Juninho's position, which is in the hole just behind the front two,
yes,
is also Carlos Marinelli's favourite
exactly
position.
That's the way I see it, definitely.
Let's just go back to Frank. Marinelli may make an appearance, or hopefully will make an appearance before too long. Are you going to go along to the youth team game on Wednesday?
Oh, I can't. I'm working over, unfortunately.
Oh, well, watch the highlights of the game on Totally Red on Friday night. Any final points for Bernie, Frank?
I would like to ask Bernie, do you think Juninho will be here next season?
Do I think Juninho will be here next season? No, I don't. I think he costs the club a lot of money. Personally, I think Juninho's still got all the qualities. I'm still a big fan of Juninho's now that he's at Middlesbrough. But the way we play him, we're not playing him in the hole. That is where he's best, where he's no defensive duties. And I don't think we're playing him properly. I'm not saying we should change the whole team information to suit Juninho,
yes, but
I don't think he's as effective as he was first time round. And I think it's purely because of where he's playing. If you put him in the hole, I think he would turn on his tail. I still think he's got all the attributes. He's still as quick as ever, skillful. He's got a great appetite for the game. But because of where he's playing, I don't think that he will be here next season.
Well, let's just go back to Frank. You know, with regard to Juninho, you're a fan of Juninho, are you, Frank?
Oh, of course, yeah.
So, would you like to see him, you know, stay extended beyond the end of the season?
Yeah. Well, I met him at Redcar a few weeks ago.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and he loves it here. And then I had it in the paper, Daily Mail, on Saturday, that he's going back to Madrid. And then what Daily Mail said, he's very happy in Middlesbrough. And I heard the comments after the match on Saturday saying that Bernie was bang on the nail about the papers. The only thing to believe is the date.
Well, I think the main thing about Juninho, Frank, is that Brian Robson has played this exactly straight down the line ever since the moment that Juninho re-signed for Middlesbrough, which is, he said, you know, whenever we've interviewed him for Boro TV on this subject, I will make a decision about Juninho at the end of the season, not before. He won't be swayed by one good game that Juninho plays or even by one bad game. He will make his decision at the end of the season, and he'll hear it, of course, first on Boro TV. Frank, thank you very much indeed for your call. Frank. It was a cracking game at the weekend, the Boro against Leeds.